Steven.
Kevin.
David.
With our powers combined, we are the Brothers Borg.
By the power of podcasting,
We have the power. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We do apologize for our missed episode last time. We were all kind of busy. But today, David is not with us again. So we have a guest with us.
But he wants to be. He wants to be here.
He does. He does.
He's just tied up with his, dinosaur apocalypse scenario. I forgot what he was doing. He was doing something, entertaining people or something. I don't remember, but he wants to be here. He just,
Yeah, he can't.
Life has a way.
It does. So we have a guest instead today. So I wanted to say hi, Kali.
Hello.
Yay, it's Kali.
Some of you might recognize Kali from last season.
That was two seasons ago. She was in first
two seasons ago. That's right. 2 seasons ago. We had a nice chat about Pokemon.
We did. So what we're doing today is we're talking about fantasy worlds that we would want to live in. So just anything from be it like a fantasy novel or a science fiction TV show, just like a fictional world that we think would be just the coolest place to live.
Absolutely. Because there's a lot of them. Let's be real. Our world kind of sucks. There's not a whole lot of good going around on Earth. There's some good things, but it'd be kind of cool to live in a different place for a while.
It would.
Yeah.
So now, initially, my first thought was the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
Because Jedi and all that stuff. But then I thought about it. I probably wouldn't be a Jedi. I would probably be like a stormtrooper. And I'd probably get sliced in half by a Jedi.
I think we've talked about this before. Weren't you like some medic in the Empire or something like that when we did our Death Star episode?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what my job was. It wasn't anything good, though.
Kali, what would your job be if you're in Star Wars?
Well, I think it'd be one of those side characters that you just kind of see dancing around and stuff.
Those are important, and they're in a lot of Star Wars movies, actually.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I could see that. But so thinking about that, I don't think I'd want to live in the Star Wars universe after all, because I definitely would be dead.
Why wouldn't you? Oh, you'd be dead. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, because I'd be like a stormtrooper or something, or I'd be on the Death Star when it blew up.
I'd be one of those random bystanders in The Mandalorian who just happens to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, gets blasted. But what are some cool things about Star Wars, though, is, Star Wars encompasses not just one planet, but a whole, it really truly is an entire universe that you're going to, a galaxy, I guess you could say. So
one that's far away, if you will.
It's more than just one planet. So a lot of other ones that we might talk about today are still some other version of Earth or a one planet situation. With Star Wars, you have lots of options. You can go to Naboo, you can go to Coruscant, you can go to Tatooine, you can go to
not Tatooine. It's full of sand, and I hate sand.
What's that one? It's just like Tatooine, but it's not Tatooine. It was in
Jakku.
The Force Awakens. Jakku. You can go to Jakku. You can go to that one that got blasted by the Death Star. I wouldn't go there, but there's lots of options.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there either.
So I'm trying to think what world I would want to live in, and I have to think about it. There's some good options. Hyrule, obviously, is another good.
Oh
option.
yeah.
Would be super
Hyrule would be
cool.
a good one.
And it's pretty safe, actually, unless you're dealing with Ganon. No one really.
Yeah, unless your name's Link, you're probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Or maybe Zelda.
Yeah,
Zelda. But Stephanie has been playing Ocarina of Time. It's been very nostalgic for me, I might add. It's because we got that Nintendo 64 expansion pass thing on the Switch, and I've really enjoyed watching her play Ocarina of Time. But everyone's just happy-go-lucky. The Kokiri are just chilling in their little village. The one guy guards the exit 24/7. That's not a bad gig. Just guarding the exit to the
Except
town.
you have to be there 24/7.
You can never sleep.
There's the one guy in the shop who's there 24/7. His life's pretty simple. It's laid out for him. He doesn't have to make a lot of decisions, which would be kind of nice. You just kind of chill in there. And Hyrule I would like Hyrule, I think, for sure. I would enjoy that place.
What do you think, Kylie? Would you want to live in a Hyrule?
Yes, seems good.
What race in Hyrule would you be? We got Gorons, we got Zoras, we got Kokiri, we got Hyruleans. Where do you think you would fit?
Well, I'm assuming I would be human regardless where I'm at. But if I have the choice of choosing, I'd want to be...
Choice of choosing. That sounds like a sweet thing. I would like to have the choice of choosing. That sounds like something you'd find in The Legend of Zelda. An object.
It does.
I don't want to be a Goron because, dude, those guys just chill and eat rocks. That's cool.
And they're like so fun and loving.
Those guys are pretty cool.
Which race would you be in?
I don't know, honestly. Like, it's a hard tie for me. Like, the Gerudo are pretty cool.
I was thinking Gerudo for you.
Also, the Zora are also pretty cool. So, you know.
The Zora are pretty cool.
You want to be a fish lady?
They're pretty sweet, man. Being a dude, male Gerudo would be pretty cool. They only come like every 50 years. Of course, Ganondorf was the last one, and look what he did. So maybe it's not where you want to be.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be.
But you're like, it's just you and a bunch of ladies. Like that has its perks, I suppose. But I think I would probably settle on you know what I'd like to be? A Korok. That is sweet. Just like always hanging out with my little pinwheel.
Yeah.
You're like hiding from people all the time. Man, that'd be pretty fun. And you get the forest is such a magical place and have to be connected to that. It'd be pretty sweet.
Sure. So what are some fantasy worlds we do want to live in?
Let's see. You talked about Hyrule, you talked about Star Wars. I think the first one that came to my mind of the place I would like to be is Narnia. I think Narnia could be kind of cool. Because it's not too doom and gloom. I mean, there's some bad stuff going on with the witches and whatnot, but and there's talking animals. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be a magical, enchanting place. I would enjoy being there. And the nice thing is you can walk through a cupboard and come back to Earth anytime you need to. So, you know, if you're like...
Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
If you have to go to work the next day, no problem. It's going to go hang out with some talking badgers. Like, what's up, dude? What's up, badger?
The only problem with that is the time change. It's time moves differently in Narnia. So you have to be really good as knowing how much time you spent there, because otherwise you would, be late for work.
Well, Narnia is interesting because they take whenever you go into Narnia, the kids, they go into Narnia whenever Narnia and it kind of needs them. So there's not really any like correlation of time. And for one book, it's like a couple years later, then suddenly it's 50 years later, then it's back to a couple months later. So, that's kind of nice to like go somewhere where you're needed all the time. It has its advantages.
I guess. I don't know. I don't think I dig on Narnia. What about you, Kylie? We read those books.
Yeah, we did. I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with both of those principles. Like, I feel like it'd be good to like hang out for a little bit.
Yes.
But like a vacation.
A little Narnia vacation.
Yeah.
It's a frequent flyer points. It's to book a vacation in Narnia.
Hello, I have 15 miles.
That is actually one advantage in Narnia, though, because as I recall, they go into the wardrobe, right? They're in Narnia for like months. They come out of the wardrobe. It's only been like 5 minutes. That's the way to do a vacation, man. Like you can take like just one day off could be a whole year of vacation, and that would be kind of solid.
That's a lot of vacation.
That is a lot of vacation. That's true. I can get behind that.
As long as there's no like evil witches around, of course. All of these, I want to stay away from the villains almost every time. Just kind of go there as a side character, like the dancing person in Star Wars. That's the way I want to be.
There's one exception to this, though.
Yes.
I can think of a world where I think it'd be kind of fun to hang out with the villains because they're so awesome.
Okay, let's see.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, the Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that would be fun. That would be pretty cool.
Dude, I'd be down hanging out with some Goombas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what I'd be in the Mushroom Kingdom. Let's see. Possibly, I think I really like the Shy Guys. I think they're really fun.
Shy Guys are awesome.
I can see you as a Shy Guy.
And they're pretty, I don't know, they're charming in a sort of weird way. I like them.
Yeah.
I think I want to say that I'd be like, honestly, I'd probably be like Birdo or something.
Okay, then.
I can see Kylie as a piranha plant.
Piranha plant.
I am one of these days for Halloween or some sort of convention. I still want to do all 4 of the Mario Brothers, like with friends and family. I would definitely dress up as Waluigi. I think I'd make a good Waluigi.
Okay.
But speaking of Mario, have you read about this Mario movie coming out?
No.
Yeah.
So Chris Pratt is doing the voice of Mario.
Okay, I'm liking it already.
Guess who? Jack Black does the voice of Bowser.
Definitely liking it now.
Alrighty.
Keegan Michael Key, like the guy from Key and Peele, the tall one, he's playing Toad. So it's gonna be pretty fun. I think it's gonna be a great movie. I'm pretty. And Anya Taylor-Joy, I don't know if you know who she is. She plays Princess Peach. She's the girl from the Queen's Gambit. But I think it'll be good. I mean, video game movies are always risky. Very few are actually good. This one has potential, I think, though.
I'm trying to think if there's any video game movie I've seen I actually did like.
Detective Pikachu is the only one I can think of.
Detective Pikachu, yeah, for sure. Oh,
Yeah, obviously Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Now that is a world I want to live in.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, man.
So this is sort of what our episode was about last time we had Kali, and we had asked her, Kali at 11 years old, were you ready to go on your own out into the world? That'd be, I mean, you'd be on an adventure right now, Kali, and I'd probably be some washed up guy at the Poke Center.
You'd be,
lab coats on.
No, you'd be one of those guys just hangs out in the field waiting for some Pokemon trainer come and battle with you.
Yeah.
You're just like sitting there like, ooh. It's like,
So-
Battle me.
I'm a scientist. Let's battle.
Funny story about that. I live in Florida, so I got like the cool Florida hats, you know, like the wicker, not really wicker straw, but you know, like I don't know what
The straw hat. Got it.
Yeah, the straw.
Yeah.
So I was wearing one of those, and I had we were at the church. I hate changing my socks after church, so I just leave my tall socks on, and I had my shorts, one of those hats, and like there was some weird shoe, and my friend was like, "You look kind of like the bug catcher from Pokemon." And he's like the worst one to be. Like they're all
But
the
you got
dirtiest,
a canopy
weirdest
there, man.
So I think that's who I would be. I'd look just like him, honestly. It was like, and he was like, "Oh, bug catcher Steven challenges you to a battle." I'm like, "Oh man."
You sent out a Caterpie.
It's like I sent out Metapod, and I just used the move Harden over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
And then you act surprised when you get defeated.
Like, what do you mean? I thought I had you.
I need more bugs.
Yeah, that's right. You keep
need
talking to me
not
after you beat me. That's what I say.
Callie and I both been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get Arceus, that new one?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know. So I'm thinking about getting Scarlet when it comes out.
I want Violet myself.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but
Yeah, it
sounds
comes out
good.
later this year. Scarlet and Violet. Those are the new Pokemon games.
I'll get one. If you guys get the other one, I'll consider that. That'd be cool. So who would you be in the Pokemon? Like which of all the different regions? There's so many. I think we asked this question last time we met. I think you said Oahu, not Oahu.
Alola.
Aloha. Yep. So what is that still the same for you, or where would you go now?
I think I'd stay in Aloha. It's a pretty nice place there, honestly.
Vacation.
Yeah,
all the time.
that's true. I think I'd want to stay in Alola too. Although, yeah, because it's like warm and stuff there.
Yeah,
except
except when
for
the
what?
giant Ultra Beasts tear open holes in the universe. That's not good.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
there's a multiverse in Pokemon. Oh my goodness.
Kind of. There's like a dark universe and like these weird Pokemon called Ultra Beasts.
Although
Ultra Beast.
in Sword and Shield though, they do have the Dynamax, which would be cool to have a giant Pokemon.
Yeah. I think I would just stick with the OG original. What's it called? The first one.
Kalos.
Was it?
Is it Johto? No, Johto was the second one.
Johto or Kalos.
Whatever the
I don't
first
remember
one
what the
is.
first region was.
That's where I'd go. I'd be flying my Pidgeot all around the place. Over to Cinnabar Island.
You are the male.
Oh no, I need to get bugs. That's right. I'll ride my Butterfree or my Beedrill around.
So yeah, I'd be down with I'd be down with living in Pokemon world.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of perks.
Although as an adult, maybe not, because
It's kind of boring.
there's not really a lot of adults in that world for one. So that's weird.
Yeah. It's
I
I
just
go
feel like-
out to like old people.
I'd have to be like I don't know. Maybe I'd work at a Poke Center. No, but I don't look like a Nurse Joy. So never mind.
You could work at the cafe
Yeah, I could work at a cafe.
I mean,
or at the little
Kevin,
shop inside the Poke
I think the
Center.
Poke Center makes sense for you though. You work in healthcare. taking care of Pokemon, taking care of people. It's kind of the same
I do look
thing.
good in a nurse outfit for sure.
Yeah, all you have to do. Too bad you can't translate your Pokemon power to human power. Where you go, you just take a person and put them on a machine, and it goes din, 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 and they're all better. Man, I wish that's how science worked right now.
Yeah, that'd be revolutionary.
Yeah, man.
Moving on. What are some other fantasy worlds or universes that we could live in?
Now, I don't know. I know the two of you. I'm not sure how much you're down with Lord of the Rings, but let's talk about Middle Earth. Just because we think we need to talk about Middle Earth.
I can guarantee Kylie has never read Lord of the Rings.
So Middle Earth, goblins, orcs, dragons. There's lots of different races there too. You got dwarves, you got elves, you got wood elves, you got people, you got hobbits. I don't think I'd want to live there though. It's very dangerous there, I think, and there's lots of things trying to kill you pretty frequently. So
yeah, I'm down with not living in a place where less things trying to kill me. Although I did think about Harry Potter. It's a wizarding world, so it's like part of our world.
Yeah, it is true.
Okay.
But
I mean, it's real. Just kidding.
That's like the worst possible. Like, I feel bad for wizarding world children because they have to go to like Hogwarts and like all these like wizard schools, which initially sounds cool. But then you start thinking about it. First of all, like those kids are in danger. Their lives are in danger like every day.
Yeah.
So that's not a good environment conducive to learning for sure.
There's a really funny how it should have ended. Whereas like Dumbledore's like, ignore the big dog in the basement. Ignore the dragon. And like all these names, list all these like horrible things that are at the school. And they're like, the parents are like, what do you mean? My kid's not going to school here.
There's also a very limited, if you are a wizard, there's very limited like career opportunities.
Yeah.
As a wizard or a witch in the wizarding world. Because you're pretty much down to either teaching other people how to be wizards or like owning a shop.
No, there's
like
a Ministry
your
of Magic.
two options.
The Ministry of Magic. There's people in government.
I guess, but I mean, it's like you don't have. They're like, there's no such thing as a wizarding world plumber. You don't need one,
it, dude. It's magic. You got the Aurors, like the bounty hunter wizards. Like that's what Harry does after he graduates or something. I'm not sure if he actually ever graduates Hogwarts, but that's what he does. And the Harry Potter's interesting because here's the reality: if the three of us were in the Harry Potter world, we'd just be Muggles, and that's it. We wouldn't really be.
I don't know. Kylie's pretty magical.
Yeah, I play Magic, so maybe
nerd.
But I think the Muggle wizard relationship has always puzzled me a little bit. Like it's cool because it's it's like a kid's book and it's like but I don't know. Dude, I'm just saying like human Muggle weapons could probably be more efficient than some of the spells that are cast. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't know. What do you think, Kali? What would your job be if you're in the Harry Potter universe?
I don't think she's ever read Harry Potter either.
Oh, you haven't?
Have you read Harry Potter?
I read the first book.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, you did read the first one.
It's a good one. I'm a fan. I mean, I love the books. I kind of grew up reading them, and even now I still like watching the movies.
Kali, for someone who reads as much as you do, you sure haven't read a lot of the books we're talking about.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, yeah, but there's also house elves. You could be a house elf. That's probably why I'd be stuck doing that. Like,
oh, dude. Okay, I got one.
Go ahead.
A world where the Ninja Turtles live.
Oh.
Okay. You're like the pizza delivery guy.
Yes.
Obviously, I wouldn't be one of the turtles.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You could pass as a Casey Jones type figure, though, perhaps.
Maybe. But I think it'll be fun. Although it depends. Like, the problem with that is when the people get mutated in the Ninja Turtle universes, no matter which one you're in, like a lot of times you don't necessarily know. So like a lot of times it's sort of, if your DNA comes in contact with DNA of some other creature and then you get hit by the ooze, you mutate into some version of that creature.
Oh.
So
yeah. The turtles were just turtles their whole life, though. They weren't ever.
Yeah. Well, because they're with each other.
Okay.
So when they mutated, but Splinter, of course, became a rat. And that's kind of cool. Rats are cool.
Rats are cool.
But I would probably get stuck like, I don't know, something really like Baxter was a fly. There was in the Nickelodeon version, there was a guy named Pigeon Pete who was a mutated pigeon.
Oh man.
He didn't have any like powers or anything. He just really liked bread. So what they did was they would throw bread at somebody and he'd be like, "Oh, bread," and he'd go like and just get in the way of stuff.
Oh, man.
I would be that guy.
What a miserable existence.
That would be Pigeon Pete.
You just want bread. Oh, that's how they. Oh man, you are the weapon. There's like, oh, let's throw the bread. Pigeon Pete goes
exactly.
For it.
Bread, dude.
So I don't know, maybe living in a world of Ninja Turtles wouldn't necessarily be cool. It would be cool to have like Ninja Turtles around though.
Yeah, just protect you from crime. Go after the. I don't know. What do you think, Kali? Are you into Ninja Turtles?
She used to watch the cartoon with me back in the day.
I mean, it could be a cool place. I'd probably just, as an average New York person, just living in that version of New York. It would be nice to have, Ninja Turtles fighting for me. But I got to be honest, I think I'd rather have Spider-Man and superheroes kind of in my world. So
you want to live in the Marvel universe?
Yeah. How would we fare in the Marvel? That would stink. One of us inevitably would disappear when Thanos snapped his fingers. But that could be a risky place to be too. The poor normal people in the Marvel universe, like alien invasions and robot invasions, just part of their everyday life now. It's like not even. Oh, I wonder what's going to get invaded today.
I don't think I'd click on that either.
Well, we got dinosaur.
I think Kylie, I have one that you can agree with. That would be an amazing world to live in.
Okay.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
Splatoon, huh? That would be fun. That's pretty safe too. Just squirting each other with paint, and when you die, you come back again. So that's pretty solid.
Just don't go swimming. That's bad.
Yeah, that's true. That would be an amazing world to live in. I would be down with living. Well, we're all humans, so we would be dead in the Splatoon world. So we're making the assumption that we're octolings or inklings.
I'd be an inkling, I think.
But
Octoling for me.
You'd be an octoling?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I'd probably be an inkling.
That'd be cool because, like, not only is Splatoon, you're playing a fun game every day of your life, but you also there's a pretty big sense of fashion and being like hip there. Like, you change your clothes pretty frequently, and you look cool, like 90% of the time. I like that.
You got dope music to listen to.
Oh yeah.
Dude. And you have the same news anchors every day telling you what's going on. Like, I mean, I guess we sort of have that in real life.
We're also part of a good band, so that's that's a plus right there.
That's true.
They're better than our typical, like our Fox News or CNN.
Why don't we have news? Why don't we have news anchors that are also like popular music groups?
I don't know, but it should happen.
That would be awesome.
There is a guy. Stephanie told me about him. He's on TikTok. He's an NPR newscaster person. He like talks on NPR, but he also is like he uses a whip, and like he does shows at medieval Renaissance fairs and like does whip shows.
Okay.
And he has like a TikTok channel where he like does a bunch of whip stuff, and like that's pretty sweet. And he also he plays Zelda and Final Fantasy VII. He's mentioned that on his channel. Like, this guy's pretty cool. That's right up my alley. He's a newscaster by day, whip master by night. That's pretty awesome. Not in a band, but
whip master.
That sounds like a superhero, but not one in New York. Like one that's in like, I don't know, Albuquerque or something.
Whip Albuquerque. Did we just create a new superhero for our superhero story that we're going to develop?
I think you guys did.
The Whip Master.
The Whip Master.
His accuracy with the whip is crazy.
Albuquerque's like, oh, check out New York. They got Spider-Man. And they got like, the X-Men. They got Tony Stark. They're like, we got our own superhero here in Albuquerque. Yeah, who is it? Whipmaster. And like and he's a news anchor. So like he's got the alter ego thing too. Like he has a normal job just like some of those guys do. And he has this superhero thing. And like on the channel, he holds this paper like a normal, 8.5 by 11 paper, not 8.5 by 11. Whatever the normal piece of paper size is he doesn't, his like coworker does. The guy holds it, then he takes his whip and whips the paper in half. Then he whips that half in half and that half in half until the paper's like this big.
like, well, a couple inches, and he still whips it in half. Accuracy with the whip. Man, I think we're on this.
That's pretty cool. Whipmaster's cool. I don't know if this guy actually is from Albuquerque, just so our listeners know. I just feel like he's from Albuquerque, so that's what I'm going with.
Like either Albuquerque or somewhere in Arizona. I don't know why.
What kind of superhero would El Paso have?
Taco Man?
A Taco Man? There's a lot of tacos here for sure. What kind of superpowers does Taco Man have?
Tacos.
Dude, he's always feeding people. That's
His
awesome.
superpowers, he feeds the hungry. Tacos.
See, that's an actual hero right there. You know, someone who's always looking out for the little guy and like feeding the hungry. That's like a real life hero. There's somebody out there who makes tacos for people in poverty, and that guy, like, he has to exist somewhere in this world. Superhero.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think I'm with you though. As far as the Marvel universe is concerned, I don't know that a place I would go. I wouldn't want to dwell there. How do we get to whips again?
We're talking about Splatoon. I have no idea.
Oh, they're in a
talking
band.
about
This
the
guy's a newscaster.
newscasters,
Okay, gotcha. So Splatoon, yes, very cool place to live. I would be all on board for that one. Sign me up. There's a couple others I was thinking of, but I don't know how familiar you are with them. But there's like, you know, all the Final Fantasy games could be kind of cool. Or we can just, how about we just say, not necessarily fun, like just role playing games in general. We've talked about this. People cover this all the time. You know, you get the guy stuck at the end who doesn't really do much, and you like the people who say the same thing over and over again in a little town.
Yeah, every time we talk to them, they're like, "Go to the shop in town for."
Yeah.
But every time,
there's a crystal on that mountain. There's a crystal on that mountain.
Yeah, there's a crystal. What's on that mountain? Or the two little kids that you'll see in the village are just running around chasing each other.
And they play catch 24/7. Like,
like, what do you do?
So this is something that's always puzzled me about those worlds, and you can include Hyrule into this. There's this big old planet, right? And all they got are these little towns. There's like maybe 3 big cities, and then the rest is like these little towns of like 4 houses. But like, it's an actual planet that sustains itself somehow. I don't know how that works.
See, like in Breath of the Wild, they sort of can get away with that because, you know, they had like the
destruction,
100 years since, like, you know, the
Calamity Ganon situation.
Calamity Ganon like destroyed stuff, and there's ruins in that game to indicate that there were at one point other places to live.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get what you're saying. I always wonder about that too. You're like this vast planet. It's just like wide open spaces, and you finally come to civilization. It's like a town with like an inn, a weapon shop, an item shop. There's no restaurants in these places. What's that all about?
Yeah, where do these people get their?
Sometimes the inns will have a little eating area or a bar. There's usually a bar, but not like a.
Yeah.
Or it's true though. Like, it's just weird. And there's like maybe 2 houses. There's more people in the village than there are houses they could possibly live in. And their houses are like one room. There's a bed and a stove. They're like, what?
Like occasionally there'd be an upstairs, which is only also one room.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, it makes sense, you know, if it's like a medieval type of story, because, you know, houses weren't really big and fancy. But I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII lately, and like these people are like riding motorcycles and driving cars, but they still have houses with
there's
just
no
a house and a stove.
There's no factories to build said cars.
It's interesting.
They're just magical cars that just appeared there somehow.
Now, we did mention Star Wars, but I want to go back into the world of Star Trek. How do you think you'd fare in a world of Star Trek?
I think that'd be a boring place to live, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean,
pretty boring.
Their uniforms are boring. Like,
their uniforms are boring. Their adventures are boring.
The newer ones are a little more exciting,
I guess.
But I mean,
I'm just thinking back to an episode from the original Star Trek where they have like they come across a giant space amoeba. It's kind of weird.
Space amoeba?
Yeah, a giant space amoeba. I do want to bring up one more fantasy world because we're starting to run low on time here, but a world with Transformers in it.
Oh,
I was wondering when you were going to get to that.
It was coming for sure.
Yeah,
you talked about Star Wars, so Transformers is going to be around the corner.
Actually, honestly, a Hasbro world. So we're talking about a world that has both Transformers and G.I. Joe in it, because that'd be cool.
And Monopoly.
And Monopoly.
And
Yes.
Monopoly.
what if Monopoly? What if Monopoly Man was like joined Cobra?
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
That would be awesome. No, but the world transforms would be cool, man. Have a car that turns into a robot. It'd be like your friend, you know?
That'd be super cool because not only is it a vehicle, it's a companion.
Exactly.
And it drives itself, so you don't have to worry about that.
We're sort of getting there with like some cars, but they still don't transform into like humanoid robotic creatures.
No.
Okay, so we're doing this just to digress for a moment. We're doing this over Zoom when we record this, and I just noticed that Kali says Kali the mini goofus. What the heck is that all about?
So long story. I had this computer coding class, and we were starting to make a website, and I wrote Goofus Doofus on it. And so now my name is Kali the mini goofus.
Ah, the Goofus. Kali the mini goofus. That sounds like a character from a fantasy novel.
It's not.
It's not.
Not that I know of anyway.
I was in the El Paso Mountains and I met Kali the mini goofus.
Sounds like a cryptid. like a cryptid creature, like Bigfoot or like a Jersey Devil or something. The mini goofus.
The mini goofus.
Kali, you're a cryptid now.
Mini goofus. That's cool. But this Hasbro universe, what else is in Hasbro? We got Transformers, you got G.I. Joe, you got, I think Monopoly is Hasbro. I'm pretty sure it is.
What about is Battleship Hasbro?
Let's find out.
I don't know. I think Hungry Hippos.
My Little Pony's Hasbro.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig's Hasbro?
Yeah, looks that way.
I don't know if I want to live in this universe anymore.
This is random stuff just going on.
Dude, Power Rangers is Hasbro. That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
Nope.
Disney princesses, a lot of Disney stuff, and Star Wars and Marvel, but we're going to pretend that's not part of Hasbro for the sake of this. Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head would be awesome.
We're going to stick with Mr. Potato Head just because we went through them. Transformers, G.I. Joe, and My Little Pony. That's where in Monopoly. We're going to go with that. That's our Hasbro world.
Oh, and can we include Play-Doh, please? Play-Doh's got it.
Sure, we include Play-Doh.
like half the buildings are made out of Play-Doh.
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
Like you can just rebuild the buildings whenever you want.
That'd be a crazy world, man. Like imagine the antics that would occur in a place like that.
Yeah.
I just want a car that turns into a robot. That's all I want.
We got all this.
You're driving on a road and you just you'll say you get into a car accident with a Play-Doh car. Nothing would happen to your car like it is.
If you're riding your Transformer car and it turns into a robot while you're still inside of it, what happens to you?
You turn into a car.
Like, does it like compress and then you like get smashed and like become like this pile of like guts and goo?
Depends. If Play-Doh is part of this universe, that's probably okay because
it's just be like Play-Doh.
Let's say it was Play-Doh isn't though. This is something I always wondered about. Like you're driving around Bumblebee and he's like, oh, I forgot I had a human in me for some reason. He transforms and suddenly you're like crushed inside of a robot. That could be not pleasant.
I mean, yeah, that's the understatement. I think it's probably more than not pleasant.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's got to be safety measures. Maybe like he can't, like, you know how you can't open up some cars, the newer cars, you can't like open up your trunk if it's moving or something like that. Maybe there's a thing where he can't transform if there's a person inside. Like there's like, there's some sort of programming that prevents him from doing so.
Maybe it would depend on how you look as a robot. Because I feel like some of them would have enough space inside of them to, how does that even work? Like
another question. How does Optimus Prime's trailer work?
How does Optimus? That's a good question.
Awesome.
Because then you have like Megatron, it turns into like a gun, but it can be like a gun small enough for one of the other Transformers to hold, or it can be gun small enough for a human to hold. So, like I saw one where he transformed a gun and hit himself inside of a violin case.
That's awesome.
Like, where does all that mass go?
You know, it's what are those
physics
things
doesn't work the same way.
No, it doesn't.
What planet are they from again? So it's just Cybertron. It's the Cybertron technology, man.
Which Cybertron being, probably I imagine in like a distant galaxy. But if you watch like the later episodes and stuff, like it takes them all of like 5 minutes to travel from Cybertron to Earth. So like, where is Cybertron again? Maybe Cybertron's closer than we think.
Dude, Cybertron is Jupiter.
It's inside Jupiter.
It's one of Jupiter's moons.
Jupiter.
It's one of Jupiter's moons. Cybertron.
That's awesome.
Dude, if I ever discover a planet, I'm calling it Cybertron.
I'm going to call mine Narnia.
Nerd.
Well, this was fun. I enjoy thinking about these things. As often I can't get to sleep at night, so I find myself thinking, what if I lived in a magic place? And then it goes to one of these places, and I don't know. And the nice thing about reading books or watching shows is you can escape reality and go to one of these places for a little while. But
Yeah.
this was fun. Kali, what's going on with you? We got a couple minutes. You got anything fun happening in your life?
Well, not at this particular moment that I can think of. Later in the year, I'm going to test for my black belt, though.
Nice. Everyone else better watch out because Kali's going Roddy, your face up. But no, that's cool. That's awesome. You could beat Kevin up now.
It doesn't take much to beat me up.
I mean, I couldn't beat you up, but I'm also scrawny boy over here. So. But cool. That's awesome, Kali. Thanks. And thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. It's been pleasant.
Well, good. I'm glad it's been pleasant. Unlike being transformed inside of a transformer, which is not so pleasant.
No,
Yeah.
it is not.
All right. Well, we will catch y'all next time on the Brothers Born podcast. Hopefully we're back on schedule with our normal thing. Again, I apologize for last week, but this was fun.
And thank you, Kali, for waking up early with me so that we could do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining my brother and I and my niece Kali for this episode of the Brothers Born podcast. Just want to give a quick plug-in for the whip guy I was talking about. His name is Jacques Zewipper. That's JACQUESZE Whipper. Check him out on TikTok. He's pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We would love to hear your thoughts on what fantastical world you'd love to live in. So send us an email, brothersbornpodcast@gmail.com, or check out our Facebook page. Everyone, we look forward to seeing you again real soon. And yeah, catch you later.